what's up, guys? So in this video, I actually want to talk about how to succeed in network marketing. Now, the biggest problem that most people are having in the network marketing industry is finding people. So most people struggle to get enough eyeballs to their opportunity or to their product or service. And what happens is if you can't find enough people to take a look at what it is that you have to offer, you're not going to make any sales, or you're only going to make a few sales, but not enough for you to keep going in your business. And this is pretty much the main reason why so many people get discouraged and they quit too early. Now, the one thing that we have to ask ourselves is, why are so many people not getting the results that they want to get? Okay, and we have to basically ask ourselves, what is it that 95% of people do in to promote their business? Okay, what 95% of people do most of the time is they were either told by their sponsor or by somebody in their upline to basically come up with a list of families and friends. Okay, just write down a list with all the people they can think of, and then start contacting these people about their opportunity to see if they want to join them. And the problem with this approach, even though I'm gonna I want to make it clear, this method does work. There's some great network marketers out there that are very successful using this approach. However, most people are struggling, and this method does not work for most people, unfortunately. What happens actually when they start, contacting their friends and family is, it almost comes across as if they're begging people to join them in their opportunity, because the main problem with this approach is that people that you might have in your family, or friends you might know, or coworkers, don't even have that that entrepreneurship mindset, or wanting to become your own boss. They didn't even have that kind of thinking in the first place. So it's going to be really hard to sell somebody, into this idea of becoming your own boss when they never even considered it in the first place. Now, of course, there's going to be some people who might be a little bit more open-minded, but the majority of the time, you're just gonna you're just gonna get a lot of rejection. And you just basically, people are not gonna want to talk to you, because they already know that whenever you're around, you just all you're trying to do is pitch them your opportunity. Okay. Another thing that a lot of people do, including myself, I used to do this. I call this social spamming. So basically, this is when people go on Facebook, for example, and all they post about is their opportunity and how great it is and how much money you can make. And this is very unattractive to people. And this is definitely not the way to promote your business on social media. There's other methods, and I'm actually going to go over it in a little bit. So just continue watching this video. And then another thing that most people do is they just spend so much money on the latest the latest gadgets, and just the latest shiny object, the latest training course, the latest tool, or whatever it is, hoping that the tool is going to give him the success. When people need to understand, the only thing that's going to make you successful in this industry is you. Okay. And if you've done any of these things, or all of them, don't feel bad. I've done the same thing. All right, I've been there, done that. But what you need to know is that if you keep on doing the same thing, okay, and there's a quote actually by Albert Einstein. If it goes like this. So insanity is basically doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So if you keep on doing what you've been doing, you're going to continue getting the same results you've been getting. Okay. So the one question that we have to ask ourselves now is, what does the remaining 5%, okay, so the remaining 5% of the 95%, what do they do, and to be successful as a network marketer? And I've done a lot of research, and I've looked at all the big network marketers, and the one thing they all have in common is they're all building a list. Okay, they're all building a list of subscribers, and on top of that, they're building that list on autopilot. Okay, so while they're spending time with their family, whether they, go to the grocery store or maybe even be on vacation, they're building that list of targeted leads. Okay, they're building that list of people who actually are interested in what it is that they have to offer. Okay, so instead of becoming somebody chasing after people, they have people opting into their list, and they become subscribers. Okay, another thing to successful people in network marketing do is they provide value. They provide either value or a solution. So what do I mean by providing value? Basically what I mean is they create content that is somehow showing people, a new concept or some kind of idea that could help people in their business. Okay, or they just like a training video. Okay, providing value could be creating a training video or talking about a certain concept that could just give people a little bit of a push to become successful in their business. Okay, and yeah, this is what the successful network marketers do. Successful network marketers don't focus just on pushing their opportunity because it's so great and you can make X amount of money with it. No, they just focus on providing value, and they give value to the marketplace, which in return attracts people and customers to them. All right, it's a big difference between providing value and just spamming on Facebook or hitting up your friends and family and just annoying them. All right. Another thing the successful network marketers do is they know how to scale up a business. So if they see that something is working on a small scale, they're very good at just scaling and multiplying, and they're pretty much getting that same result over and over and over and over again, and that's how they're able to make so much money. Now, the last but not least, is every successful network marketer at some point in their career have found a mentor, somebody who has helped them to get from one level to the next level. All right, but you have to be careful. You definitely want to do your research on who you're going to pick as your mentor and who to follow. But once you see that there's somebody that you feel like they're giving you a lot of value and they're really showing you how it's done the right way, you should definitely like follow that person and try to learn as much as possible. There's a lot of ways you can either pay for mentorship, but you can also go on YouTube or Google. Okay, YouTube is such an amazing resource of information that you could just go and find whatever it is that you want to learn. And there's a lot of successful network marketers out there who have their own channel, and I'd highly recommend for you to subscribe to the biggest and just learn from them. Okay, and another thing I want to show you guys, actually, so what I've learned and what I'm showing you guys right now, I've actually learned that from somebody else. Just like I said, I have my own mentors that are 6 and 7 figure earners, and whatever I'm about to show you guys, I've actually learned it from them. So what I'm going to show you guys works. Okay, it works as long as you apply it and as long as you put in the work. So I'm actually going to log into my software that's going to show you guys the leads and that I've been generating. Okay, and like I said, this is all on autopilot. So while I'm sleeping, I'm generating leads. While I'm at the gym, I'm generating leads. Everything is on autopilot. So let me log in real quick, and I'll see you guys on the other side. All right, guys, so I've logged into my Aweber account, and this is the software I'm using to generate all my leads. As you guys can see, I've got 29 subscribers today, 36 yesterday. 3 people unsubscribed today, but that's normal. You're always going to have people that are not, really interested in what it is that you have to offer, and that's perfectly fine. All right, and a total of over 1,200 subscribers so far, and I was able to do this by using the method that I'm about to show you guys. All right, and this method is free, and all you have to do is just be consistent with it. So Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys real quick that this method does work, and all of this is actually, all of these leads that you're looking were generated pretty much on autopilot. Once you guys build a foundation, and everything else is just gonna be running and working on its own. So this is gonna allow you to have more time freedom, for your family, or for whatever it is that you want to do with your life, to be able to travel more. And at the end of the day, time is just so precious. Okay, it's not really most people that are in network marketing, they might think they're in it for the money, but it's actually the time freedom that they're looking for, because you can always make more money, but you can never get the time that has passed back. So, having your business run by itself on autopilot, building all the components together is what I'm going to share with you guys on how to put this together, so that instead of you having to, call your coworkers and your friends and all this kind of stuff, instead of doing that, you want to focus on putting together a system that is going to do all the work for you while you enjoy your time freedom. All right. So let me actually head over back to my whiteboard, and I'm going to show you guys how to do this. When it comes to generating traffic, what you need to understand is how to generate, number one, how to generate the traffic, number two, what to do with the traffic once you've generated it, and then once you know how to where to send the traffic, you need to understand how to turn that traffic into leads. And then once you've generated the leads, you're going to have to understand what to do with them. So I'm actually going to go over that on this whiteboard. And the first thing you do, your starting point basically is to create content. And the way I do this is by creating videos. Now, if you don't want to do videos, another option would be to put up your content on a blog, and you just have to make sure that it's going to be very detailed, whatever you write on the blog, because doing video marketing is, in my opinion, is actually a little bit more effective, because you can use visuals in your video. People can listen to your voice. People can even see you if you put yourself on camera, and it just makes it a little bit easier to convey your message to the audience compared to just having a blog post written up. Nevertheless, it's still, you can still do it with a blog, but I prefer video. So uh, next step would be, once you've created your content, okay, and actually let me rewind it. The type of content you wanna create. What I do, and I've mentioned this before, is by going through personal development, audios, videos, whatever you wanna, whatever you wanna use. And what happens is, when you're listening uh, to personal development, let's say by Jim Rohn, for example, he's giving you a lot of ideas. Okay, he's a very successful network marketer who has, made millions. And if you start listening to his concepts and his ideas, what you can do is just take notes, and those, he's giving you ideas on what to talk about in your content, and don't just copy his stuff word for word, but rather put your own twist to it. And people are gonna, people in the network marketing industry are gonna be interested in that type of content. Okay, if you just make it interesting, and if you just teach people something, uh, it'll be very well received. Okay, so once you've come up with this content, whether it's on blog or on video, you're going to want to send that content, or you're going to want to post that content up on social media. So you have Facebook, which I prefer to use, and you have Instagram. And all you do is grab the link of, let's say, of the YouTube video that you've recorded, post it up on your Facebook wall, and add a little bit of text to it, telling people, giving people a sneak peek of what your content is about. Okay. Once you do that and you start generating traffic, you just have to make sure to be very consistent with the content that you're creating. So if you have the time, you can create content daily, but you should definitely make sure to come up with fresh new content, quality content, on a consistent basis.
This is just like building up a wall. You just build the wall brick by brick. So you're not gonna start generating a crazy amount of leads just by one or two pieces of content. You just have to, be very consistent with it. And like I said, this is a free method. A paid method is always going to yield faster results, but if you have the money to invest into paid marketing, um, go for it. But if you don't, this is the way to go. So again, you create the content, you post the content on your social media. Then what happens is once people start seeing your content and they like your content, you're gonna actually send that traffic to a capture page. Now there's different ways to get people to opt into your page, but I'm actually going to talk about that in another video. Just for today, I'm going to just keep it simple because I don't want to just overload. I don't want to confuse you guys with too much information. But what happens is once people see that you're giving them good quality content that can help them uh, better themselves, or that can help them solve a certain problem that they have, or that can give them a solution. Let's say, for example, if you're targeting the network marketing industry, where a lot of people are struggling with, for example, home events, or doing three-way calls, and talking to friends and family, and just getting rejection over and over again, and you show this group of people how to be more effective in their network marketing business, and how to actually have people chasing them and not them chasing people. People are going to be very intrigued about what it is that you do. They're going to want more information about what it is that you do. If you already give them, a good amount of information before even trying to make them join your business, okay? Don't ever try to push people into joining your business. Just help people, okay? Help people, and the rest will follow. So what's going to happen is people are going to actually opt into your capture page. And by the way, if you don't have any software that is allowing you to capture leads and to follow up with them, on automatically, I'm going to include a link below this video of a software that I'm using, and it's very simple to use. It's actually gonna, it actually has done for you capture pages. So no matter what industry you're in, it has these pages done for you, and you just plug and play, okay? And also it actually allows you to generate a residual income. All right, so this software is gonna build your list, and like I mentioned earlier, what you want to do is you want to build your list of emails, of subscribers. And once you started doing that, once people start opting in, the last thing you do is very simple, is send them more content, send them back to your content. So whether you have a blog or YouTube channel, with the software that I just mentioned, it's actually going to allow you, or it's actually going to follow up with your leads for you. So it's all automatic, and all you do is when you start following up with people, when you start sending emails to your list, you're giving them more value. So instead of pitching them after they have opted into your page, instead of pitching them email after email after email, you just create more content, and you're going to see more engagement building up, all right, on your YouTube channel, on your blog. And you can start even asking people what is it that they would like to learn. And once you get that feedback, you can create more content based on that, okay? Based on the questions that people have. You will see people are going to start asking questions about your on your post. They're going to start posting questions on your channel or on your blog, and you can use those questions just as to as a template to come up with more content. So I hope this video made sense to you guys. I hope you guys got value from it. I put a lot of energy into this, trying to break down the simple steps of how to succeed in network marketing. Okay, how to become successful in network marketing and still enjoy time freedom. Okay, and this is by actually uh, using a system. All right, and I've kind of broken it down for you. There's a little bit more things that you need to know when it comes to using a system like this. But if you got value from this, make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this post. Comment any questions you have. Make sure to comment on the post, and also go check out the software that I've mentioned that is actually going to help you generate leads on autopilot, and that it will follow up with your leads on autopilot. All right, so that you have more time freedom and you start building your list. Like all the real marketers, all the big marketers, network marketers, all have their own list. Okay, so your list is something that you want to focus on building, and you want to do that by providing a lot of value. That's how you attract people to you, and that's how you potentially, they'll turn into customers if you treat them right. Okay, so you guys hopefully see that there's a big difference between making a list of friends and family and try to, recruit them into your business, and actually targeting people uh, using the internet. Okay, you have a much wider reach that way, instead of making a list of 30, 50 people that eventually you're going to run out of people to talk to. So this is the way to go about this. This is the right way. And yeah, I hope you guys got a lot of value, and I will see you in the next video.